Alright, yeah, welcome back, welcome back. This video is gonna be kind of a new concept I'm doing, cause so it's basically going to be like, a live stream, like, video, but I'm not streaming, and I never was. So, yeah, giant sparrow, shee! Yeah, that's a big sparrow. Alright, so yeah, and, I'm gonna be commenting, like, on this stuff kind of frequently, but this is a voiceover, so I'm not gonna be talking the whole time, cause that'd be kind of boring to make. So I'm just gonna, like, when something interesting happens, I'm gonna say something, but for most of the time, I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing, and you won't hear a peep. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Yep, that's pretty much all I have to say right now. See you in a bit.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Alright, so right here, basically what I did was I thought I was being a clever little guy, and I was just straying off the normal path, you know, down here. Oh, looks like there could be some kind of special little thing. Turns out there wasn't anything, and I was just fumbling around the entire time. So if you don't want to watch that, which you probably don't, you just skip ahead like, I don't know, 30-40 seconds. Whatever. Unless you want to watch this. Why are you still watching it? I don't do anything. Whatever.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
If you like this kind of video, then I don't know, I'll probably do a different kind in the next video. The next video I'll probably do like just highlights, you know, and like be commenting the entire time.
The truth is,
because this might be kind of boring just watching
even after I inherited the house,
like most of the game without any
I
commentary.
never thought I'd come back to it.
But
now I had questions about my family.
I'll do like a highlights thing in the next one, unless you really don't want me to.
The house was exactly
but, this
like
was
I
like
remembered
a good time
the way
to
I'd
say
been dreaming about it.
It's just like a good time to say like subscribe or something around those lines. What else? a second. I was gonna say something. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. Let me think of it. Oh yeah. Oh, I was gonna say it's like a minute later.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
That sometime in the future, I'm gonna do like a Q&A video. So like.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Unless I do decide. If you're listening to this, I'm probably just.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
I'm probably just too lazy to take it out, honestly. I said I wasn't gonna comment a lot, but I feel like
looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
I feel like talking about everything now, so. No, I'm just gonna talk about everything, so. It looks a lot better when you're playing it, I feel like. I think I recorded it in like 720 ping on accident. I think I meant to record it in 1080 ping, but accidentally did it in 720, so the next video will probably look higher quality. Also, like, how do you fit through this doggy door? You must be tiny. Like, you must be very small.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
You must be very small. Yeah,
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Be quiet, honestly. Nobody wants to hear you talk. They just want to hear me talk.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off,
some weird
killing
island?
everyone but sparing the furniture.
From what I know, this is on like some island. But like, how did you get like Chinese takeout?
My mom was
food
the
on,
only
like,
one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Like some island. Like I feel like it's kind of like forest.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile, too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Shut up. It just doesn't seem like the place you would get Chinese takeout food. Also, that transition was pretty cool where the letters went up the chimney. That's kind of cool. I like how the letters, because it's in a book. She's actually like reading from a book. She's just on like a boat, you know, at the start. That's pretty
Mom
cool.
always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I kind of forgot about that. Also, this music box is kind of cool, to be honest. I'm just commenting about everything.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
But now I am. So. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do like a Q&A video, so ask me questions in the comments. That's what I came here to do. But then I didn't do it. But now I did do it. Also, those bugs on the wall look kind of cool. Like the viola and I believe that's a cello. I think a cello's bigger, actually. That might not be a cello. And that bookshelf,
a lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Like wraps around the entire
My
door.
mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Yeah, I think that's foreshadowing. He probably is still alive. Yeah, look at those books. Like, how do you get one out without them all falling out? That kind of sucks, though.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Alright, I'm gonna be quiet for a little while. Stay to the end and then I'll say more stuff. How's that, huh? Watch till the end.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
My last video got copyright claimed, so I gotta make up on some lost revenue, if you know what I mean.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
I'm not really making any money from
Whenever
these.
people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Alright, well... Yeah,
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Woo, I'm back. I'm back to comment more.
Dry, but
you
I
probably
didn't
missed
mind
me.
it.
Who is eating dry carrot from gerbil? Is there gerbil even in there?
Mom, can I come out
I didn't
now?
see it when I looked earlier.
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
And there's multiple Mount Rainier posters. There's that one, and then there's one in that pink bathroom. I don't know if you've already seen that or if... I don't know, just look when there's a pink bathroom.
I
There's
thought
also a
about
Mount
eating
Rainier poster
Christopher,
there.
but I held back.
Also, like, I get that you're hungry, but like, you're gonna consider eating your fish? Who would do that?
I kept
And also
eating and
toothpaste?
eating.
That does not look like good toothpaste. What is that? Isn't this like the 40s? Like,
I
what
ate
do
a
you
lot
make
of things
toothpaste out
that
of?
night.
Bricks? And mistletoe? Why are you eating mistletoe? Why are you eating that? Just go, like, get some food from the kitchen.
Then I heard
Jeez.
chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back
this
to her
part right
nest.
here.
I reached out for her.
This part right here is pretty cool. When she turns
And
into a cat, that was
suddenly-
pretty unexpected. Look
I
at
was
that.
a cat.
Yeah, this game's pretty cool. I think I'd recommend it. I couldn't figure out how to jump here. The controls are kind of weird. You'd, like, right trigger's like the action button, but it's like the action button to do everything. Yeah. So.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was
And,
really
like,
scared.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you have to press right trigger to do like everything. And then some things, like, I think it's a cutscene, but then it's actually not a cutscene. You have to move the right stick. Sorry, I'm kind of talking over her. Yeah.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
That's kind of sad. They're also not moving, so I feel like they probably don't even have souls to be able to comprehend looking at you. I think they're just mannequins. I don't think your parents really exist at all. I'm sorry.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Those cat noises were frightening.
I could tell she was getting
How do you
really
get up there?
tired.
Is that like a tree? There's
Now
gotta be
I
like
was
a
up
ladder,
in a
right? How
big
do you
tree.
get up there?
I promised Dad I wouldn't
Who's
climb
eating
it
dinner
anymore.
I don't think anybody
All
is.
I cared about was eating that mama bird.
But yeah, the graphics, they, like I said earlier, they look a lot better when you're actually playing it. Accidentally recorded it in
I gobbled her up
720 ping instead of 1080 ping.
and suddenly
So the next,
I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
the next video will be higher quality, don't worry. But yeah, I'll probably see you in a while. I don't think I'm gonna talk for a while now.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And
Just
suddenly,
kidding, I said I
was a
wasn't gonna
shark.
talk for a while, but I just had to. This caught me so off guard. How did you turn into a shark? And then you get stuck on a, like, how's he not dead yet? I guess you can't die in this game. But like, how is he not dead? He'd be so dead, and then he rolls down this entire cliff into those brambles. He's gotta be dead.
I rolled off a
Immersion
cliff
ruined.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than
And
ever.
then these controls, like, were really weird. Like, you couldn't be moving the left stick. I play an Xbox. You couldn't be moving the left stick to be able to move the right stick and then, like, face where you're at. So it took me a while to find out that's what you had to do. Then after I did that,
I
it's
wanted fat, juicy seals.
yeah, all this going rampages, like, eat
I tore off
so
my
much
flipper, and it
just
tasted
because you
really
didn't get
good.
done. Sad. And I was really
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
You know.
When I
Like a
opened
human.
my eyes, everything had
And then
changed.
this part's pretty cool. So I'm gonna talk over her again. But this part's pretty cool.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled
But
people
I'm
everywhere.
about to start talking again. Sorry. I'll be back in a second. Alright, this right here is my favorite song. Honestly, this is such a bop. I can honestly listen to this thing all day, you know? I'm not sure what he's saying, but, whatever it is, I totally agree with it, honestly.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him go. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Alright, right here seems like the perfect time to start wrapping it up, so I mean I'll see you in the next episode. It'll probably come out like the next day. I don't know, no, probably not the next day. Alright, see you later, bye.